Hello everyone, welcome to my Emmerdale channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The village of Emmerdale had seen its fair share of scandals, betrayals and heartbreaks, but nothing quite like this. For weeks, whispers had circulated about Ray Walters, the affable and seemingly dependable local business owner whose charming smile had hidden more than a few secrets. And now, in a twist that left the entire community reeling, the truth was finally exposed. It all began on a quiet Tuesday morning. The dale seemed tranquil, the mist hanging low over the fields, but inside the woolpack, tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Marooned in gossip and half-truths, villagers eyed Ray with suspicion, though few dared voice their doubts aloud. After all, he had always been one of the good ones, helping out at the village fete, lending a hand at the local school, and even quietly supporting struggling families. Everyone thought they knew him, but the latest revelation would prove they were painfully wrong. It started with a call from D.I. Hawkins, the village detective who had long been keeping tabs on Ray after a series of suspicious financial irregularities surfaced. As Ray arrived at the police station under the guise of a routine meeting, the storm hit. In a tense, hushed room, officers presented him with evidence that was impossible to ignore. Bank statements, forged documents, and testimonies all painted the same picture. Ray Walters had been siphoning money from local businesses and charities, manipulating friends and neighbors to cover his tracks, and living a life built on deceit. Back in the village, news spread like wildfire. At first, no one wanted to believe it. Mandy Dingle, usually quick with a laugh, found herself trembling with disbelief. Ray? He just wouldn't, she whispered to Chaz, clutching her cup of tea like a lifeline. But as more details emerged, shock turned to anger, and anger turned to betrayal. People realized that the man they had trusted, the man they had invited into their homes and hearts, had been living a double life right under their noses. Even those closest to Ray were blindsided. Louise, his longtime friend, stared at him in utter disbelief. "How could you do this to all of us?" she asked, her voice cracking. Ray's face, usually so composed, was now a mask of guilt and desperation. For the first time, the charismatic facade faltered, revealing a man who had lost control of the lies he had spent years carefully weaving. The fallout was immediate and intense. Social media buzzed with reactions from both locals and fans as the village tried to process the betrayal. Businesses Ray had once supported began auditing their finances. Families he had helped demanded answers, and even his most loyal allies struggled to reconcile the person they knew with the man the evidence now portrayed. In the end, Ray Walters' reputation lay in ruins. The once respected figure who had been seen as a pillar of the community was now a cautionary tale of greed, manipulation, and the darkness that can hide behind the friendliest of faces. Emmerdale would never be the same, and neither would Ray Walters.